hard to believe, as we say, 5 years have flown by, the five-year anniversary of Katrina. New Orleans was hit so horribly hard. A lot of attention was paid here. But what people forget, that initially it was Mississippi that was hardest hit. This is a beautiful, gorgeous sanctuary here. The morning after Katrina, we stood in front of what was left of the First Baptist Church in Gulfport. The storm surge leveled nearly everything. Katrina roared right through the state.
This is a ghost town.
This used to be one of the best neighborhoods in Gulfport, but almost every house here near the water was damaged or destroyed. And in 5 years, very few people have decided to come back. 5 years ago, we met Dr. Jason Smith.
All that rubble up there, that's my home.
Whose beautiful 100-year-old home lay in rubble. Has it ever occurred to you to go back and try to rebuild there?
On the beach, no. First of all, the neighborhood's gone. And secondly, the insurance is prohibitive.
The house is floating away.
While Katrina hit New Orleans hard, the real trouble started when the storm had passed and the levees failed. Americans watched in disbelief. New Orleans was drowning, and it seemed no one knew how to throw it a lifeline. Hours turned into days of chaos and misery.
No water, and they want us to survive out here.
There were heroes like the Coast Guard who rescued thousands, and villains, including the head of FEMA. Did you screw this up?
No. No.
Much of the city was left uninhabitable. Many residents left. More than 100,000 never came back. There are 50,000 empty houses in New Orleans. They're either in some state of destruction or have been simply abandoned. And sadly, most of this neighborhood looks like this.
I like to think that when it comes to government, a lot more gets said than done.
But the likelihood that New Orleans will flood again has been addressed by the Army Corps of Engineers. And what's the price tag for all of this concrete and steel and hard work?
About $14.4 billion.
Much of the city and its suburbs are now protected by miles of new flood walls and this massive surge barrier.
This is a very robust system. There's nothing like it anywhere in the United States and probably anywhere in the world.
5 years later, there is a spirit here that didn't exist before Katrina. The survivors share a kind of grit and determination.
The big story here is one of resilience. It really is one of a deep, abiding American spirit that reached back into the depths of people's souls and stood them back up again. That's the real story. And this is our home, and we intend to be here for a long period of time.